Okay, so I'm going to be walking a lot today, and it's that time of day where most people are at school or work. So hopefully, not two people will walk past me filming myself. Because I thought that walking past people, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me to talk about one of my favorite subjects and one of the things I feel is, well, the thing I feel like is most important in a person's life, which is confidence. The title of this video that you have clicked on is, as you can tell, confidence is everything. And the reason why I call the video that is because I really do believe that confidence is everything. Literally, I am so saddened and annoyed at seeing people continuously ruin stuff for themselves and throw away big and small opportunities simply because they're not being confident. Like, seriously, I cannot count how many times a friend of mine has sat in class knowing the answer to a question that the teacher asked and not answered. And she'll whisper me the answer because she knows the answer, obviously, but she's not entirely sure that she knows the answer. So she won't answer. And like, I answer a lot of questions in class, or I did when I went to high school. Now to go to college, we don't have as many questions, but I always answer still. And obviously I get answers wrong sometimes, but I don't care because I get most of the answers right. And even so, it's just an opportunity to learn. It's not something to kill yourself over. Why does being confident matter? There are so many reasons why being confident matters. Today, we're going to talk about a few of them. First of all, one of the things I actually do most important, being confident allows you to get away with more stuff. Like, seriously, everyone sees like the kooky or cool or rebel character in a show, and they're like, oh my god, they're so kooky and cool. But they literally don't dare to be them when you can be whoever you want to be. And people will be like, oh my god, I love this dress. I love this dress so much, but I can never wear it. I would never stick out like that. Like, why? You have one life to be the person you are. And if you're not going to be that person, what is even the point? And I swear to God, you can wear, say, do, like, hate, basically anything you want as long as you're confident. As long as you're not hurting anyone, people won't care if you're wearing different colors of nail polish. They won't care about your accent. They won't care that you like dorky movies. They won't, because it will just be a part of you. And for them, that will just be fun or cool, and they'll want to be you because everyone wants to be themselves. And in a world where most people aren't themselves, then people are jealous of the people who are themselves. And everyone who knows me knows that I will wear whatever I want to wear when I want to wear it, no matter what. In the words of one of my favorite historical people of all time, Oscar Wilde, you can never be overdressed or overeducated. And in the words of Zoe Robertson, if you come to a place overdressed and you look perfect, people might react at first and they see your confidence and they'll just have to roll with it, and all they'll notice is that you look perfect. The second reason why confidence is super important is because when you have more confidence behind your words will have more meaning. You'll be more likely to impact others, impact the world even. Because if you say something and you don't sound sure, why would anyone else be sure of what you're saying if you can't even be sure of your words? It's like that episode of Recess where everyone was calling Gus new guy, and he was saying like, that's not my name, like, why would you say that's who I am? And they were like, how can we know who you are when you don't even know? Also, in most situations, people aren't just going to choose to listen to you. If you're not saying anything, or if you like are mumbling something to yourself, people aren't going to look at you and say, oh, do you have any thoughts in your head? Or is there something incredibly important you can tell us to help with that situation? No. If you think something's wrong or something is right, or you have a better way to do stuff, a better idea, then you better speak up you better say it like your idea is the best idea. For the record, this also works very well for argumenting. If you are in an argument and you have a legal argument and you know it might be right, but it might be wrong, if you say with confidence, how is that person going to know that you're wrong unless they're like a lawyer? Literally, they're not. Confidence wins the fight every time. What do all of the American presidents have in common? Except for their genitalia, of course. They all believe that they could be president. Reason number 3, getting what you want and what you deserve. Okay, like I said in the beginning of my video, one of the things that annoys me the most is when people don't raise their voice to say what they deserve. Like, okay, I have argued for my grade a few times, right? And sometimes I'm right and I get a higher grade. Sometimes I'm not, but at least I know and I understand why I didn't get the grade I thought I was supposed to get. But if I didn't say anything, if I didn't ask any questions, if I didn't say, look at this again, take this to another teacher, then I would have never known. And I would have never gotten those higher grades that I deserved. You don't just get what you want or what you deserve. You have to ask for it. Like, there are so many reasons why men make more money than women. And most of those reasons very dumb. One of those reasons is that men aren't raised to doubt themselves in the way that women are. They're raised to believe in themselves. So men ask for raises. When you ask for a raise, you either get a raise or you don't. If you don't ask for a raise, you don't get a raise. Reason number 4, better treatment. People treat you how you treat yourself. If you walk in like a peasant who deserves nothing, then people will assume that you're a peasant who deserves nothing. Or maybe they won't, but they will understand that your standards of treatment aren't very high. So why would they go out of the way to make you feel better or to be nice to you? They won't. If you, however, walk in like you are sure of yourself, you know who you are, you clearly expect to be treated well, then people will either stay out of your way because, you know, they're lazy, or they'll actually treat you well. And obviously, this doesn't apply to everyone. But the thing is that the more you set your standards higher for yourself, and you see that people are actually willing to comply with those standards, the higher your natural standards will get. And the people who don't treat you the way you expect, you won't accept. And bombshell, getting treated well actually makes your confidence even higher. Okay, Zoe, we get it. Confidence is important, but we're not all self-absorbed narcissists with a much higher self-esteem than they should have. So how do you get confident? I'll tell you how you get confident. The first step to gaining confidence is to put yourself out there. No one ever got confident from sitting in their room wishing to their fairy godmother to be confident. You have to go to that audition. You have to answer your hand in class to answer, and you have to just accept that sometimes you get it wrong and sometimes you get it right. And over time, you'll learn what you're good at and what you're not, and that's how you'll build confidence and respect for yourself, because you'll know who you are. How are you supposed to be confident if you don't know your abilities? And how are you supposed to respect yourself when you don't know who you are? See, when you truly respect yourself, you feel confident enough to say, answer your hand in a video, and keep going on telling people what they should do. Or is that when you're a narcissist? Either way. Okay, so if I tell you that the people who know the answer and don't answer aren't confident as the people who know the answer and answer, even the people who don't know the answer and answer, it might sound like the difference is that one only knows it within themselves and the others get the like acknowledgement of the people around them. That is not what I'm saying at all. Knowing that you know is not the same as knowing that you can do. Like, if I know how a sport is done, but I have too much like stage fright or whatever to play the sport, and all I know is that I know how the sport's done. People can do the sport. I don't know how to do the sport. And if I know that some people look pretty with bangs, and I might look pretty with bangs, but I would never dare to look pretty. I mean, I would never dare to cut bangs, because what if I don't look pretty? Or what if people think I'm all that because I have this like totally different style from everyone? If people didn't have bangs all the time. And I'll never know if I look pretty with bangs. How does that make me confident? It doesn't. It makes me know about the invention of bangs. Method number 4. Fake it till you make it, baby. Okay, so we've sort of been in on this a little bit earlier. But one way to get more confident is to just tell yourself, I'm confident. There is no reason for me to care what people think. And if that doesn't work for you, then just do an experiment. Just pretend like you're someone else for a while, right? And this person has self-respect and high standards. When you do this, like I said earlier, you will get better treatment. And if you don't accept something, then that's not what you're getting. And either wait till you get that, or just see the people around you giving you what you deserve and what you expect. This will make you more confident. If you tell someone, I'm sorry, I just can't accept this, and they say, oh, okay, but what about this? Then you'll feel, oh, I have the right as a human being to raise my standards. And you will, because no one wants low standards. And this applies in dating as well. And I know that a lot of people don't want to do this because you sort of like risk something. But the thing is that if someone isn't willing to comply to the standards that they should be anyways, then you're not really risking anything. You just have a better future awaiting. Like, literally a lot of people will have sex with someone because they're afraid the person will leave them. If they're the type of person that will leave you because you're not sleeping with them right away, then you don't need to be with that person. And in fact, you can make any standard you want. If you don't want to be on a first date drinking coffee at McDonald's, then you say, you're not taking me out on a date to drink coffee at McDonald's. In fact, you're not even taking me to the Olive Garden. And by raising your standards, you will either get better offers from the person who wants to go out with you, or B, push that person away so that something better can come to you. And also, when guys or girls who have high standards for themselves and want to be with a person who respects themselves see that you're not willing to accept these offers, then they will come to you and you will manifest a better relationship and a better life for yourself, instead of setting your standards low and then complaining later in a relationship. It doesn't work like that. You agree to what you agree to. Okay, while we're talking about fake it till you make it, I guess I need to focus on not going too much from inside out, more outside in. So a great way to gain confidence by pretending to be confident is not only raising your standards to raise your self-respect, but to just act like a confident person. Like, make eye contact, acknowledge your mistakes. If you stutter, you stutter. If you say the wrong word, you're like, oops, wrong word. If you fall, you fall. And if you do something awkward, simply say, oh my God, that was awkward. Then you can take control of the situation, and that's what a confident person does. And then people won't rip onto your confidence because you already took control of the situation. It's taken care of. And then you'll realize not only do you have the like power within you to be confident enough to not crumble up and die when you do something awkward, but you actually have the ability to choose how people treat you. And you don't have to be afraid to be laughed at if you don't want to be. And even so, if people laugh, they're laughing with you. If people are laughing with you, drive that up into your confidence. You're being funny. I'm filming the rest of this video in my mother's office where I'm having lunch. So, method number 5. Choose your environment closely. There is a phenomenon in psychology where people either have a positive view on others and a positive view on themselves, a negative view on others and a negative view of themselves, a negative view on themselves and a positive view on others, and a positive view on themselves and a negative view of others. And with these views, they will get attracted to places that um, confirm this view of the world. And when it comes to your confidence, you have to deliberately do this so that you will have a positive view on yourself. For instance, I am terrible at sports. Even the sports I sort of like, I'm not good at. So why would I spend my life playing sports? I would hate myself. I'd think, oh, I'm not good at anything. But it would be because I didn't try anything else. So I'd rather do stuff where I build up my confidence, like academic stuff, creative stuff, like fashion, whatever. And then I have the confidence to sometimes go and play sports and suck, and it won't affect me because that's not what I care about. And this also leads into another point, which is make yourself the butt of the joke, but not always. If you take yourself too seriously, then you won't be confident because you have this constant need to be perfect. Confidence comes from respecting yourself and knowing what you're good at, what you're not. And when you know that you're good at something and that you have a worth, then you can think it's funny you can never get the ball in basketball. It's funny. But a lot of people use this as like a mechanism to protect themselves, so they always laugh themselves, and that's not good either, because then you're not respecting yourself. You can be the joke, but you are not a joke. You're a person. The final point is sort of a mixture of a lot of things, including the last, which is know thyself. Obviously, if you're not a super academic person and you're trying to become a lawyer because your parents were lawyers, then you're not going to be very confident. And this means that not only are the chances of you succeeding very slim, but even if you do, you will never be confident in yourself as a lawyer. You won't ask for a raise, and you will spend all of your time doing something that you're not good at, which will seep into your other parts of your life and make you less confident. And as we've learned today, confidence is everything. So that's it for today. Comment, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, blah blah blah, because I know that I'm worthy of listening to. Until next time, bye.